Hello. Welcome to match 3 of week 2 in Militia's internal tournament. We have Team 4, which I'm going to call T4, versus Maximum Effort with the help of Atlas as a ringer, because they are short players, but their abbreviation is me, but I'm still going to call them Maximum Effort. But I'll say T4 because I don't feel like saying Team 4, so T4 sounds a lot better. And so we're here, and we're going to be casting the match today. I'm going to be running it solo. And yeah, we have Fleesh currently refereeing today. He's just currently off with the teams, making sure, because we have a change in the ringer rules that we have a part of the tournament, and so we are just making sure everything is good to go. So teams are just deciding. Both teams last week picked up a win. Team 4 a 4-0 over North Pole, and Maximum Effort a 5-0 over Project Lance. So both teams looking to jockey in the standings, so I can expect we might have a close match today. So, as we wait here for the map pick. Also, by the way, if you haven't watched, EWC is on right now for Overwatch and other things. Right now, we're in the quarterfinals of quarterfinal match number 4 as EK plays Team Falcon. So if you want to go watch OWCS stuff, feel free to go watch that right now. And now we've got the map pick as T4 is going to end up picking Oasis for this map as they won the coin flip. So Maximum Effort will have our first ban here today. Hello, Fleesh. Welcome back in. And hello, Snacks.
Hello. Can I be in here?
I'm casting right now.
Yeah. You want me to, like, roast everybody?
I know we have Fleesh doing that right now, but if you wanted to hop in and help ref, that's totally fine too.
God. Everyone's banned.
Okay.
Dang it, for being honest.
Fleesh, so what's the situation with T4 with,
Off rolls, the other team confirmed it, so we're gonna have Sergeant Steve on DPS for this match and Sniper and support.
Ah, okay. Okay. And hello, Rez. Hello, Rezkin. Welcome in. Do we have 3 refs here today? Is that the plan? We've got 2 teams, both with wins of last week, and we're expecting a banger here today that we're gonna have 3 refs here? Is that the plan?
I might have to go early, so it's good.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Now 2 refs.
I don't have Rez as a friend. Or not Rez, Snacks. I want Snacks. But as we're sitting here waiting... And it looks like Maximum Effort here are going to be banning out Anna, however you want to say it, and it looks like T4 will be banning out the Ram to start out here. So, as we are gonna get into the match here, Just waiting, and here we go. Set. We're all good to go. So,
welcome to Oasis.
As we wait for the players to kind of decide what they want to be playing here. And here we go. Teams are going to be assembling. So, as we've seen Sniper play a little bit, they are definitely more of kind of a flex type person when they play, but they have played a bit of the Soj, so I'm kind of expecting them on the hit scan. Stee, definitely more of a flex DPS style player, but I know Sniper's on support. I forgot. My bad. And then Atlas being the tank today, so we've yet to see him in action, and his team might be playing later this evening. And so here we go. Two teams have decided what they're going to be playing here. So on T4, they are running a Winston, like a Winston style rush composition, dive composition. I don't know. Interesting compositioning about there. Definitely looking a little more divey, maybe? I don't know. And then we've got Maximum Effort playing a Malga style brawl.
3, 2, 1. Round 1.
And as we get into the match here to start, both teams gonna be walking down main, as it looks like Atlas, aka Empress, is gonna be walking forward, looking for the slam. Looking for the slam, not gonna quite hit it. Fluffs, gets very low. As Karki waiting on the lower end ground as Maximum Effort looks to push into the room. Karki hits a dive, but is going to have to battle out the Mei. Ice block forced. But they're just looking to push forward as N-Star gets the opening pick. Ember's going to have to jump in and teams trade out. Still a 3v3 right now as of this moment. But T4 is going to get the first point cap, but Ronan does actually pick up the quick headshot to allow his team to be able to have the lead. Quick fan the hammer. He gets annihilated, but Karkeys does pick out the trade. Winston versus Malga tends to favor Malga here as Karkeys dives onto Flux. But will lose out getting kicked by the Juno, but Sniper will end up finishing out, trade out, but point is now in firm control of Maximum Effort. And Star poking out here on the Soj. For a chance. A little bit damage, gets rolling really low. Looking for the pick here. Got no count on the Venture. And it looks like Venture's gonna be up into the room. Alpha, force the hop, play the high ground. As he gets jumped up on it, can't make it, gets Immo forced out on him. And Milk here on the Venture. Gonna end up finishing out the kill. And a cage of course, but a primal rage popped in. And it looks like they will be able to end up finishing it out. Only ult to use there is cage and primal, so both tank ults off the board. Trade still coming out here, but 53 and counting here for Maximum Effort as Steve can't make it away, and Milk will finish the kill. Window committed. Malga gets really low, but will end up dying, but Milk is still holding position as a Venture, a little more tanky, but Karkeys picks up a quick double. Looking for a chance, but Ronan sneaking around in them clanky-ass cowboy boots, just waiting, not wanting to commit, gonna decide to be patient and wait, but here's... Oh! But a battle between him and Stee, as Stee ends up getting really low, but Karkeys is there for the assist. Gonna be a force of points, but all stars here committed. Star with the rail, but ends up getting finished it out. With the opportunity rush caught by friends, they also die. Both altars end up dying, and now it's just a dance between the bubble. 86 is going to be the number that is on the board here for Maximum Effort, as now TV4 are going to end up managing to end up taking it. And for J Lady Trust, they say, but we're going to be here on the spectating Karkeys out here, as Milk's gonna push forward. Orbital Ray, gonna get committed onto the point. but 3 odds here. Popped by Maximum Effort, looking for the finish. A Tectonic Shot plus a Deadeye kill is going to allow Maximum Effort to take this point as Milk finishes out Sniper. Karki is going to have to back away. They still have a Blossom here to potentially play with, but they're going to have to be quick. Karki is trying to dance between the bubble, but he's going to have to get forced out and ends up getting finished out by the Malga. Down the tank. Can they end up getting there? Can they push it? They do force overtime as N-Star here on the Tracer is going to just be looking to contest, but Steve also waits here on the Reaper, looking for a chance to Blossom. They do finish out Ronin, but N-Star does get traded out, and so they're going to have to look for a chance for a Blossom, and here it comes. Are they going to get much? They do get 1. They are good for 1, but it doesn't look like it'll be enough, as Maximum Effort is going to look like they're going to take this first point on Gardens, as Karki looks to pop the primal range to keep the point going. Alpha changing over to the Lucio, looking for a quick contest. Maximum Effort. Milk dies. But a quick slam, and it looks like still going to be trades out here on the point. And it looks like they will end up winning it out as N-Star picks up a quick double kill, and they will take the point with 99, but they're going to be counting up, and so this is going to be final fight territory. Only a Pulse Bomb here, very close for N-Star, and then a Tectonic Shot for Milk, as they're going to push through Hookah, as Milk is going to be the first one likely for the touch. No, it looks like they're going to be walking up here on the high ground, as Malga is going to be the one to touch. Karki is forced to back away, is just going to hop onto the other side and just walk around the pillar. A quick dive in from the Venture, but Ronin picks out the Tracer. Trades coming in, and now a Tectonic Shock. Tectonic Shock finishes out the Reaper. And looks like with a quick couple kills, Maximum Effort will get this first point, but it's a very close 100 to 99.
Score 0-1. Ready for battle.
Looks like they're changing up their thing again. Looks like Sniper really wants to play this Zenyatta. Lucian Zenyatta, and hold the backline in the in the very early stages of the game. But for a little more sustain, maybe a little more damage, Kiriko's coming in, and Karki's going over the Sigma here, so they're going to be... Oh no, Baptiste instead. Going to be a little more pokey here. The only non-kind-of poke character is the Reaper. Staying, though, with their Malga-based composition is Maximum Effort as they rotate through the low ground room as T4 rotate to the high ground. No quite engaging yet, and now... a commit by the Malga, but unfortunately they're just going to get railed down and taken out as Milk hops in, looking for a chance to trade. But unfortunately they're going to get really low. Suzu in, keep the Venture alive. Frenzy though trades out, and N-Star picks up a double kill. Milk still staying alive, and so N-Star is trying to jump onto Fluffs. Battle between the DPS as Milk finishes out Fluff. Or not Fluff, N-Star. Maximum Effort will take this first point. Was a little scrappy, but they will end up taking it. Just gonna be holding here, just gonna let T4 walk up to the choke room. Rest of Maximum Effort gets really low, and now Fluff will get finished out as the first pick. Milk though diving in, looking for the Zen. Will pop the Tectonic Shock. And will be good for one, but N-Star is going to end up hitting out another double. Man, these guys are just doing it for the love of the game. They are farming for the clips. And N-Star still looking for a chance to take this point back. And it looks like they will manage to take it, but Ronin's still waiting here on the bottom end, but unfortunately he's going to get chased out by Karki. On here with N-Star, looking to poke out a little bit, but Ronaldo returns. Waiting here on the high ground with the help of the Reaper. Marquise gets another finish and a window committed. And it looks like they will manage to end up keep holding this, though a Kitsune and a Deadeye won't be enough, though, to take this point. And it looks like they will have to just regroup here. 35% and counting here for T4. And Star with another pick. Gonna get rid of the Juno, who had Orbital Ray just around the corner. And now is waiting on the end, and will also pick out the carry! And good for another double kill. Now, just waiting here, it's kind of a poke off, as the teams kind of just look, gain some space, as Steon Reaper is going to be in quite a bit. So, with the Mythic, Orbital Ray committed, will end up dying, but a good blocks will kind of deny the push a little bit, and with a quick double kill and the help of N-Star and a Trank, they will end up holding this point. 90%, they will be rushed for a touch here. Milk here, gonna be the one to touch. Unfortunately, they die too early, and so it looks like it might have to be Ronin's job. He will get the touch, but will get finished out. And now it's just a big stagger on point. As N-Star pops the rail, and just gonna be burning out this Malga. And that will be second point, 100 to 52 for T4. And now we're going to map 3.
Score 1-1. Ready for battle.
Steam still kind of looking to stay kind of frenzy here over on the Baptiste. A little more damage. Probably to kind of help poke it out a little bit, but we're gonna see a change to Winston here. Forgive me, I'm tired. That's why I'm yawning. We've got Atlas, aka Imbris, changing over here to the Winston.
5, 4, 3,
and Ronin over here on the Soj. Ronin, one of his signature heroes, as I like to call it, his one-trick hero, but more of a divier style front line, as Atlas here is taking the high ground and going to be holding. Karkis, though, will force the point, putting up the shield as the Monkey dives in, looking for a chance to trade, and Milk will pick out the Zen, forcing, but Monkey's going to have to jump back, taking a lot of damage. We're here on the Venture, as they're looking for a chance to get another pick, but they will. First finished out by N-Star with another help to rail. Down a tank, but it's still... Help of an Imo saves the Reaper, but unfortunately they can't stay alive for long, as their Venture is just carrying it for right now. Quick stun of the rock, but they're just going to be battling it out. Just going to be using that drill dash, and they will finish out the kill. First point cap goes to maximum effort as this next fight commits. Here is the stats if you want to take a look. It's very close right now. Both teams doing quite a lot. So now, maximum effort is going to be pushing forward. Ronin here. Going to be trying to poke it out, try to get some rail charge. As T4 is just looking to walk off Karkis, and then going to make the swap over the Monkey, so it'll be a battle of the Monkeys. Both teams running a double punch back line, and a window committed by the Baptiste. But Ronin here with the overclock that I just got off of, but doesn't look like he'll be able to find much, as walks around with the Reaper, though we've got the Monkey diving on. And now, the battle of the Monkeys in the room with the help of Bubbles. But it looks like the better Bubble's gonna win out here, as T4 is gonna be the one first to flinch. About 60% in counting here for maximum effort, and a tectonic shock here committed. Will be good for one as they take the Zen out of the fight. And now they'll be diving here on, and they're just gonna push forward here towards the spawn. One ult ready for T4 to potentially take this back, but we've got a Primal Rage, an Orbital Ray, and a Window ready for maximum effort, and so this is going to be a very difficult fight for them to push in. Going to be making some swaps here as Sniper and Alpha move to a Lucio carry backline. Arcade going over to the Doomfist. Immo Force. Primal gets committed, and now with the Orbital Ray, they're just going to keep walking forward, and now with the help of the Space Beam, we're just going to see a full 100-0 here by maximum effort as they will take Oasis. 1-0 for maximum effort. End star though, as play of the game. With play of the game here.
This ends now.
Quick pick on the Roman.
Two down.
And now, we're gonna wait here while the teams decide what they want to be banning out. Here to start. And now, it will be T4 having another map pick. Now, while we wait here, what do we think about that first game for the people watching at home? This definitely feels like it's going to be a good match. I definitely don't think a 5-0 is in the cards here from either team. But we shall see. We haven't yet had another close match other than match 1 of the first week, and now it looks like T4 will be committing over to Shambali Monastery. Now, for map pick, we shall see, or for the bands, we'll kind of see what they want to be playing here. Now we just wait, be patient. So with Shambali Monastery picked, maximum effort's going to decide here on the ban. And it looks like maximum effort will decide to ban out Sigma here. Sigma can be a bit of a problem here on Shambali Monastery. Tighter lanes means Sigma can kind of hold a little more space. Nothing's going to really get around him too much. And that also allows the tank to be a bit protected, so from Freebird, Sarge needs to pick the Dire trigger perk for Reaper. Oh, Fair enough. And it looks like T4 is going to be banning out Soj. They're going to be denying both their hit scans, one of the better hit scans characters in the game, but Soj is quite the menace, so that is something to watch out for as the teams look like they're about to get going.
Now arriving at the Shambhali Monastery.
Oh, thanks, Soapy. I appreciate it. Okay, Dust. Anyway, as we're waiting here for the teams to kind of get ready and assemble their heroes. So with T4 being Team Blue, they're always going to be on defense first, with then means that maximum effort will always be the offensive team first when it comes to stuff like escort and or hybrid. I'm potentially thinking of changing the colors. I'm potentially thinking of doing it maybe orange instead of red. Potentially, who knows? We'll see. But as we get on here, we'll see a Ramatra style composition with the same DPS line and a double flex in a Kiri Ana from Maximum Effort, where Karki is going to match the Ramatra, but we've got a Bap Zen with a Hanzo, and then he's still Reaper, but changing to Soldier 76? What are we thinking here? What are we cooking out here? Soldier, though, could potentially work at keeping and denying the sightlines here. Let's get on board here. Let's see, as they are going to just be watching the side lane. Pop a shot, pop a rocket, and looks like they're just going to back out here as the Mantras decide to duel it out. As it looks like Milk's going to be waiting here on the side angle, going to be wanting to hop up, as they're going to end up pushing N-Star back on the Hanzo, and they're just going to be dancing around this mini-room. Unfortunately, they are just kind of sandwiched between two people, and they won't be able to get much out of it, as Karki is going to be pressuring the backline here of Maximum Effort, and they'll be running it down. Quick Suzu to save, and Imbrus hops in, puts their body between them and their supports, but they're going to be very low as a result, and so they're just going to sit on cart. But N-Star with a quick pick on the Hanzo, and now going to be battling Ronin and Frenzy here on the high ground, but will get taken out by Ronin. High ground so secured here for Maximum Effort, but now they're just going to try to just deny space, and will push up, trying to keep Karki. Unfortunately, he's going to have to just play with his block up, puts out his shield, and puts down a Vortex just to deny more space, and they will pick up a kill. Good for one. But Maximum Effort will be pushing this cart around this first corner. Battle as N-Star picks up another kill, and Form Force from Imbrus, and a Dragon is actually good for one. And now it's going to have to force them to back up, as Karki commits Annihilation. Good for some trades. And that's going to have to force Maximum Effort to have to just be patient. 2 minutes on the clock. Need about half the time. Holding so far as Steve picks out Milk on the Soldier. Soldier good at keeping distance. Lack of burst damage, but good sustain.
Who needs healing?
And it looks like Karki's is going to commit here in the small room. And N-Star with a will help pick out Ronin, but they're just going to be stuck. Oh, but a quick couple kills by N-Star is actually going to allow T4 to actually hold this. 3 ults, though. Actually, they're going to change it up. So only both support ults ready for Maximum Effort, as both the Hanzo Dragons and the Transcendence from Sniper are going to be ready here for T4, as N-Star is going to be poking it out. A dive by the Monkey, and a help from Tracer, as Milk here trying to see if they can catch him out. Fortunately, will not be able to, and Frenzy's now by themselves. Tourney Rush and a Nano committed, as Milk will clean up. here. Monkey will be finished off, and now recall forth, but is still dancing around, trying to kill the supports. And unfortunately, Alpha will just have a quick punch to the face and just say, no you don't. You're not going anywhere, buddy. And now, 30 seconds to go. Quite the hold here for T4, as Maximum Effort still trying to force the cart. We'll push it a few bit more. Monkey in. And now, Ronin here on the Hanzo, trying to match. Will have Pulse Bomb. Will luckily not hit anybody, but unfortunately, just the amount of damage with the help of an anti is going to be enough for them to push the card even further. Heading into overtime as Enstar going to commit to the point, but Milk finishes out the kill. And now overtime committed as Milk picks up another double kill and is going to be chasing T4 back to their spawn room, and it looks like they'll just push it all the way and manage to hit second point. But unfortunately, that was a very, very tricky first point. And so now, a little bit of help on the high ground as Enstar is going to be waiting. We got Milk here. Ronin pops the dragons, but unfortunately it goes for naught, does zone them a little bit as Enstar here. Going to be watching here on this high ground choke. A good vantage point, but Ronin is watching. He's very low because of an anti-nade, but will push forward with the help of Annihilation. But Embrace here, pops a monkey, but a triple kill off to the side from Enstar. And so that will allow T4 to just hold on defense here. Transcendence and Dragons ready for T4 with a Pulse Bomb and both support ults ready for Maximum Effort. As first, Monkey's gonna dive in, pop the bubble, but unfortunately it will get popped. Trying to deny space as Tracer forces the cart. Ronin will pit, is good for one, taking out Alpha. And Milk is also just running rampant, looking. Unfortunately, can't catch the soldier with a stick. Ronin, good for another with a headshot with the Sonic Arrow. And now a minute to go. They're pushing past this on this final corner of second point. Milk here waiting on the side. Dragon committed. But a dive in from the Monkey, but unfortunately they will get very low and a finish off. 40 seconds to go. Fluffs will actually catch Harkeys here. And so that means both teams down their tanks. Still a 4v4. Enstar here waiting along this corner. A Dragon's committed. Alpha though will actually kick out, but a big sleep. And with the help of that will finish out. And they will take the point. With less than 2 minutes to go, they will take the point and be able to push on the third. Harkeys here on the Doomfist was hoping for a quick contest, but unfortunately won't be able to make it. But Gets actually is good for a double kill. And now it's just Tracer and Monkey left, but Empress gets stunned. Milk's still good for 2. Very close fighting right now. Both teams not wanting to give an inch. As Ronin here is going to change back over to the Cassidy. Frenzy in danger, but will get saved out by Empress. Window popped. Gonna be just kind of zoning, but is actually going to be poking out the Monkey's toes! The one issue with payload, pushing payload, is your toes are vulnerable. So if you have somebody who really wants to get them toes, you're going to die. So, Harkey is waiting here on the off angle. Milk first in, Pulse Bomb in hand, still looking for a chance to use it, but Dragon's here for Enstar. 3-man stun, but Empress hopping in, trying to deny healing to Harkeys, but the shield is broken. Oh, Enstar with a pick onto the Tracer means Pulse Bomb is out of the fight here. Hanzo and Zen kind of sitting back here at an inaccessible position. Harkeys will pick out the Ana. And now they're just going to be running rampant, and we'll pick out the double kill. Looking for a slam. Will pick is good for another, and that might be where the push dies here. Push looks like it's going to die here for maximum effort. Oh, but wait, they do get a touch, but honestly, Dragons on point is going to be enough to seal the deal. As about halfway through third point, we're going to have a hold here for T4.
Score 0-2. Switching sides. Initiating match.
Nice snowy Shambali Monastery as we just kind of hover around while we wait for the teams to assemble their heroes.
Ready for battle.
As it looks like teams still kind of picking out what they want to play. But for those watching EWC, GK is up 2-1 here on Team Falcons. Chance for match point and to send another Korean team home. And now, here we go. Looks like a very similar composition to what they ended off with for T4. And we got some good old honest Reinhardt gameplay here from Imbris. And then we've got the Soldier from Milk, Ronan back on the Hanzo with a Juno Baptiste here to defend as we get started here. As Karki's going to commit to the right side. He's going to jump in. Unfortunately, he's going to back out. After realizing they kind of went in 1v5. Rest of T4, all of them looks like they're going to commit to cart push, trying to get it underneath the high ground. Ronan will take Stee out in the process. Karki's here with a big slam. He's going to be popping the block and actually get another huge slam in. Fortunately, they will get taken out by the Reinhardt. Reinhardt here going to commit to point, going to be sitting here steady. Going to charge in around the side, looking for a pick, but unfortunately he's going to not go for anything. It looks like they will manage to hold off this first push. Star gonna commit over to the Genji here. Possibly trying to get around. Help the Doomfist in dives. Karkis hops in. Unfortunately, he's not able to do much and will get picked out again. Unfortunately, the Doomfist is just melting underneath the constant pressure of lots of bullets. The block can only do so much. Even if it gives you another punch, it can only do so much. Ults here, still both teams lacking ults and still some a good ways off, but likely be ults after this fight, if not during the end of this fight. As Empress on the Reinhardt's gonna commit to point. Karki's jumping to the high ground, looking for a big slam. Immo forced. Go. It's gonna be a very scrappy trade. Milk, I think, dropped the health pack. And it looks like they will manage to push it past the high ground, but it looks like they'll still want to commit to it. Alpha wins out the Baptiste duel. Ronan, pop the dragons. Oh, both Sergeant and Karki get very low, but unfortunately it won't go for much. Ronan here at the back, though a Doomfist is punching out their Juno. Another dive, but Ronan is good for a trade. Unfortunately, Karkis is just running rampant in the back line, and it looks like he'll manage to back off. Quick block of the fire strike will allow him to run away. And they will be pushing here. Just over a minute to go, but it looks like they will end up taking this first point, unless somebody can dive in and help. And it looks like Imbris on the Reinhardt, gonna just be blocking, looking to hold space. Shatter, ready. Oh, a big pin, and we'll catch Sniper out on the Zen. Sombra here on Milk, looking also. And It looks like their push will die. Whoa, I thought the push would die there, but it looks like they were able to sneak it. And now 3 minutes, the push to the second point. And that's going to be huge. It's going to be huge for T4 as they have a little bit extra time to work with. Probably could take one more fight. Ronin here by himself against the Genji, and the Doomfist will drop down. And now, Blade ready for N-Star on the Genji. Gonna try to catch out Ronin, and looks like with the pop of the Blade they will. And they're just kind of waiting to look for a chance. Runs into the Blade, looking for a chance, but Immo is gonna save. And now they're just gonna get shot by Sombra. Oh, good for another double, and it looks like they'll just reset. 2.5 to go. They got their extra fight. Won't mean much. Stee going to commit over to the Freya. A little bit more airborne mobility. And Karki's going over to the Ramattra, who has a general advantage, but EMP and Dragons are going to be ready. A good EMP could deny a good Transcendence. And Trans will get forced. As Stee waits here. 1-2-4 on the off angle. Looks like T4 is going to be playing the stairs. Trying to deny as much sight from Ronin. But a Shatter is actually going to allow Ronin to get a pick with the Dragons, and good for one more. Minute and 30 to go, and that time advantage has just disappeared, and now they're kind of on the back foot, as Maximum Effort is going to be holding here. Still with this EMP in hand. And now a window. Pick on the sniper. Ronin being very patient on who he decides to hit. Are we gonna see the EMP? Here we go. And they do get it. And start here, now going over the Tracer. Will actually catch Frenzy. Recall forced. It looks like they're still trying to walk. 40 seconds ago. And now we'll actually finally take out Imbrus, who has been holding this point down on the Reinhardt. And now they'll finally get the cart moving from that first checkpoint. But it's going to be a very uphill battle, as they won't have another fight after this one. So they're just going to have to commit cart and keep pushing. Though, they do have some ults coming up in the bank, with only a Dragon ready for Maximum Effort, and they will pop it. We'll take Stee and take Alpha out. And so that means they're down 2. Making that down 3, as Karkis gets finished out. Will N-Star have the touch? Yes, he will. Unfortunately, will get finished out, and looks like the push will die there. As Maximum Effort will take Shambali Monastery. 2-0 here. 2-0 here for Maximum Effort. Now down 2-0. What is T4 planning here next? We shall see. What are we thinking, chat? Sock FPS has said maximum effort, my goats. And Suravasa going to be the Flashpoint map pick here for T4. Harkneys may have the chance to play the ball here. Unfortunately, Maximum Effort do have first ban. So if they're smart, they may end up banning it out. So, see what they can do. Sniper and Steve, both the subs in for T4, as T4 is missing a few players. Forgive me for my yawning. You know, when you have a long week of work, but you get the long weekend here coming up, well, being here, for me at least, it is very, very nice. As we have teams probably deciding, and it looks like Maximum Effort is going to ban out JQ on this map. Not wanting to play against it. What's up, Soapy? What's up? What's up? Anyway, okay. So, now we just wait here for T4 to decide, and I brought up my Discord for whatever fucking reason. My Discord overlay, so you didn't see anything if you see it, but we're just waiting here on the next ban. And it looks like T4 will be doing a Baptiste ban here on Suravasa. Not going to allow Frenzy to play that hero, as Frenzy has been one to play it. And as both teams look to be ready now. Both teams are ready to go, as we will hop into Suravasa. Again, thank you all for tuning in to this match today. It is a fun time right now. As we're just waiting to get into match.
Traveling to Suravasa.
As we face the Ruins Point, which is absolutely stunning, as Suravasa did get an absolutely awesome rework. Same with New Junk City. As we wait here by the first point, we're waiting for the players to get into match, and then we'll be good to go.
Initiating match. Ready for battle.
As we see a couple heroes assembled here for both teams. But both teams asking for a pause.
Five, four.
And now it looks like they will have their tank back as Atlas will get subbed out.
Traveling to Suravasa.
And so Maximum Effort will now be playing at full strength. Thank you, Atlas, for hopping in for subbing. That was very, very kind of you. And now we get here on
Initiating match.
as both teams are waiting to assemble their heroes.
Ready for battle.
As it looks like Tree is going to be playing here on the Orisa, but a very similar DPS and backline that we've seen from Maximum Effort. As Karki's going to committing over to the ball with Alpha playing Amora, Sergeant on Symmetra.
Initial flashpoint. Mark it.
Because we'll see where both teams decide to run, but Karki is going to be rolling in here quite quick here on the ball. Going to be here on the inside stairs as Maximum Effort push on the outside lane. Karki's going to be diving in, trying to commit some chaos here. And actually will successfully manage to do that, but unfortunately not able to get much else after that. Popping in here, as Freeze just looking to find the ball. They're lost. Milk though, the first pick.
Sorry to bore you.
But it looks like trade going in the favor of Q4.
Whoopsie daisy. On the objective. You with me?
And they will be able to take point here. Maximum Effort first to take the point, first to count, and they will go forward.
Let me balance you out.
Greetings.
They're taking the objective.
Going to play a very mobile comp, though Sim is probably very vulnerable here on T4. 50% in counting. Karki's looking to contest, looking to possibly catch Ronin lacking, and he might do that, but unfortunately Ronin manages to roll to cover. Slam in, but Milk is good for 2. Karki's just kind of doing whatever he can just to create space. Will catch Ronin, and also Fluffs, and he's good for 2. So, 3v3 here. Fluffs decides to go to the brig. Steve decides to change out the Symmetra. We're just kind of getting a little dominated. And Karki's is good to defend the point a little more. With the help of N-Star, and they will end up taking it. 99 though, ready for Maximum Effort. As the teams look to regroup and just play a little more. Ults on the board with both tanks having their ults. But an extra Mine's committed, but Milk is one good for a trade. Terra Surge goes for knock. Milk was getting pocketed hard, but unfortunately he's just gonna get taken out. 50% now and counting for T4, and they'll commit the Kitsune Rush here. And now Coalescence here out by Alpha. And now it looks like T4 will end up getting the fight win as Tree is just forced to back away. Alpha good for 2. Just trying to live, but they will push the aggression here. They will push the tempo. As Tree decides to go over to the Roadhog. Trying to reel in the ball. Will Milk have the touch? They are going to be the ones committing to it, and they will have it. As we're hovering above the point, as a Deadeye committed by Ronin. Oh, but a Pulse Bomb by N-Star will catch Ronin. Even a damage mitigation up past assault is not enough, but Milk is good for 2. And a trade. Kitsune Rush committed by Sniper. As Karkis just juggles the point. Tree, though, good to pick out Sniper, and they will flip the point. Karkis catches a Tectonic Shock, but Karkis is good to take, but unfortunately they will just C9 the point, and it will be 1-0 here on Flashpoint for maximum effort. Karkis still slamming in, causing chaos on ball. Will deny the health pack. Now they're just going to be rolling around the spawn. Karkis deciding to cause massive chaos, allow their team to walk, but unfortunately gets hooked in by the Hog. Will have to commit their E ability, but just a whole Hog will just take out the ball, and they'll be able to walk to ruins here. Without a tank, T4 is going to be very vulnerable as they quick hook by Tree. But mine's on point. But rallying Kitsune to try to keep walking. And it looks like it'll be enough. But Karki's gonna now hop over to the Winston. A little more survivability. A little less maneuverability, but I'd say a little more survivability to a ball. The ball doesn't want to be in a close-up brawl. Ever. Because CC will absolutely melt him. Maximum effort here, going to be pushing this enclosed lane. Try to catch his alpha, but Milk is good to trade out and start. Coalescence is good for 1, but Trade's still going in the way of maximum effort. I say that, but now we're into a 3v3. Blossom ready for the Reaper. Trades, though, look like they will go maximum effort's way, as they will hold on to this point. 90 and counting. Doesn't look like they will be able to get the touch, and it'll be 2-0 here for maximum effort, as they will take it.
Next, Flashpoint.
Pulse Bomb and Reaper ult ready for T4, but a good Tectonic Shock here from maximum effort, or even a very close noon, might potentially help seal the deal, but we'll see. This team, Pulse in, doesn't go for anything, and now Tectonic Shock. Will it get slept out, and unfortunately the ult's just going to get weighted out. But Tree is there to play the body block, but Karkis is down. So no tank means that means that T4 is going to have to just regroup and just wait out until their tank gets back, unfortunately. Milk poking out and Star here on the Tracer, and teams are going to keep trading out. Ronin, very low, will get taken out. And now, Whole Hog, committed here on the point, going to try to catch. Will manage to help deny the point even more, 40% now and counting as Karkis looks to be kind of crashing out to the Hog. Will have Primal Rage. Noon, ready for Ronin, as they look to push up and forward. Malga now, for Karkis, a little bit better against the Hog. Support ult and Noon ready. Alpha will actually get a pick here. Will pick out on the Ana, ready with a nano boost. They will actually catch Tree, and now they'll begin taking the point. This is the last fight. Last team fight if they don't take it, so they gotta be good. Trades out for both sides. But it looks like it's going for T4. Can they get it? But unfortunately, Hurricane is taken out, and now that's just going to be everybody melting. Pulse Bomb does connect Frenzy, but that looks like that will be it for Suravasa, as Maximum Effort will get another map win and be up 3-0 in the series.
Play of the game.
Effort with play the game, and where that's going to be Fluff on the brig, just flailing around. I will be right back as the map and the bands are getting picked. And now, ooh, I have returned, and now we're going to King's Row. We're saying Fluffs and Star are going to be MVP? I don't know. I disagree on Fluffs. I'm almost thinking it's Milk, aka Effort. I'm almost thinking that they're the ones, personally, because they've been the ones kind of carrying on the DPS. I won't lie to you. And King's Row, and so Maximum Effort ban the Melga, and T4 ban the Venture. And looks like teams will be taking a slight break here, so we'll be over here taking a break as well. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere, as we still have map 4 action on King's Row here. So talk to you all in a little bit. And welcome back, as we are here on King's Row, map 4, as teams are going to be ready here to battle it out here for supremacy. Maximum effort with the series win, but a chance to get some more points here on the board. Making sure my volume is on. Everybody can hear me. Yes, that's good. Okay. We're all good. So, as we wait out, we're going to see what teams are going to want to come out and play on. And so it'll be a Sigma mirror here with Sniper going to the Mercy. I swear to God, if that's what's going to get played, I swear. Milk, and it's going to be on the Tracer, Ronin and Star battling out on the Sojourns with a Curie Juno backline and then the Baptiste Mercy. And let's see, playing the Reaper. So we're going to see how both teams want to play this. Looks like it's just going to be playing for the pocket. I can't believe they're actually committing to Mercy here. As we wait to get going.
Attackers incoming.
And now they'll be end up running out.
Objective A.
As Sniper's just gonna sit there pocketing Enstar, like barely moving. Like, what is this Mercy gameplay? And now they're just gonna get picked out by Ronin getting the double kill here on the off angle. And that's exactly, I think, what Mercy deserves. I'm not gonna lie to you, Mercy kinda sucks. Hopefully a change is coming. No, I don't think that's the plan. As they will take this first point super early, and they'll be just looking to push up for some extra damage.
Objective A captured.
Both teams need to push.
Dodge this.
Both teams still trading out. Very scrappy fight. Though Milk is good for 2. Actually, good for 1. Tree good for 2. Maximum effort waiting here on the side. Arcade spawning out Milk. Unfortunately, he's getting juked. Alpha makes a swap over. Banana. Oh, almost catches. Sigma's gonna hold close with 5 minutes to push the payload. Just gonna try to live. Play to live in the small room. Rock hits the Reaper. Milk good for 2. And now the Flux coming in. Actually catches both the Doomfist and the Reaper, and that's gonna be... That looks like it might end up being second point. Might be second point here for maximum effort.
My ultimate is charging.
And that will be as just under 6 minutes to cap here on third as Karki's hopping up, but it's gonna end up missing. He's gonna die. I don't know if you saw that, but he fell off the map. And now they're just gonna have to back up. They're down a tank, and they're just gonna have to back up. Sniper makes a change over to the Brigida. A little more sustained than a Mercy. And now just gonna have to run back to spawn. Just hold close. 2 spawn doors. As we wait. Karki's though gonna stop Milk from running into the back line. As we get Milk and Tree holding close. And we've got Ronin and Frenzy on the high ground. Milk though taken out. Frenzy drops down with the Kitsune Rush. Karki's next to the point. Pops the Meteor. And Star finished out though.
This ends now.
Ronin with the overclock. Good. Good for 1. Can he get his second? Looking for Alpha.
Disrupting.
Plus with the orbital ray. And it looks like it's just going to be a quick push here into point. Nano boost and another overclock as N-Star is good for the pick. Pops in, looks for Ronin. Unfortunately won't get much. And that will be first point cap. 4.5 minutes to go. And that is just a nasty cap.
Score 0-3. Switching sides.
as if you'd like to know, Team Falcons just beat DK Esports 3-2 in the last quarterfinals match to push on. So NA is out. We got 2 EU teams, 2 Korean teams battling each other as the same regions for a semifinal spot into then battling tomorrow for EWC spot in the finals. So, but we get here on to our tournament, which I'll say might be the better tournament. I don't know. How do we feel about that? I don't know. But
Ready for battle.
as we're getting here a Reinhardt out here from Kharkiv, as Tree's gonna be playing the Junker Queen. Same DPS line as before, and Frenzy here on the Kiriko. We've got a Lucio Moira, and then the Reaper again committed. Beating down players is never the best thing. Freebird is very committed on having Fluffs and Kharkiv here as MVP in my chat. He's really committed, but I don't know. I don't know.
One.
See,
Attackers
but
incoming.
May Reinhardt, classic style brawl. Tree's waiting here on the edge, looking for a chance to pick, and will actually go in and get a quick Carnage kill. Straight in, but is only gonna finish off, and it's gonna be very scrappy trades out. What are we gonna see here? Looks like T4 is just gonna end up backing out here. His Milk is good for more.
I'll take a redo.
Milk here waiting in the hotel as the rest of T4 push in. Unfortunately, it doesn't look like they're going to go anywhere. And they're just going to have to back out again. But Frenzy is good for another pick. Frenzy here on the Kiriko. Now just going to be waiting here hotel side. Carpany's here on the Reinhardt. You know how to make Reinhardt better? You know what I think you give him to make it better? You give Reinhardt a shotgun on his hammer. I don't know. Something about that. That'd be hilarious to me. But Battle of the Tanks as Tree goes back for the health pack, but will lose out the tank duel as they were just running away. But Kharkiv gets really low, getting poked out. But it looks like they will be able to end up pushing the point. Steve, though, only at 27% here. They haven't actually been able to do too much damage here on the Reaper, and they're only at 30% ult charge. Alpha picked out by Ronin, though, on the way out, as Ronin's going to be running away, looking for the reset. Is Milk here contesting? Yeah, Milk is here contesting on point. They're just unable to kill him right now. And Tree's going to be back here to also contest. And now Ronin with the overclock, but will get shattered. Oh, but they will win the fight, but unfortunately they will give up the point. Looking here, catch Sniper out. Won't be able to. And now they just wait here on the side, looking for a chance for the pick. As they'll push through choke. 4 minutes to go. Tree will walk in, misses the Carnage. Nice pull in though, leaves Kharkiv vulnerable. Milk is good for 2. Good for 3. Can it be a 4? Give me a 5! Will it be 5? No! But a 4K from Milk as he's doing it just for the love of the game. I'm not gonna lie, my MVP, honestly, I'm thinking it's gonna be Milk, aka Effort, who is team captain. Now, Freeze just denying a bit of space on the point. Unfortunately, Wall goes for naught. They will try to catch Milk. Oh, but a Pulse Bomb catches Victor. And now they're just going to keep walking through. As Ronin picks up a double kill, and they're just going to be stumped here. 3 minutes to go, and they're barely pushed out of this choke. It is very difficult right now for them to actually get forward and start walking. you look at the stats, it's just Steve's just not been able to do too much damage, and I think that's where it's really started to fall apart here for T4. Here, waiting. Karki's will take out Milk, so Milk won't be able to continue running right to the backline. Sniper pops the Coalescence, but Fluff kicks Victor out with an 8. Nano boost onto the Queen. Nano boost onto the Queen, gonna be running in. Fortunately, it doesn't look like it's gonna do too much. Steve's gonna be plucked out of the sky. Ronin, another good for another double. While he's been keeping up, he's very close. Like, if it was any other game, Ronin's been doing pretty good, so I would potentially give him, but Milk's just been on another level. Just full carrying. Taking points away. I'm yawning! And now, teams are just going to be resetting. Less than 2 minutes to go. Karki's walking through. Rampage. Pop. And now they'll just be able to continue walking through, though Karki's is good for 3. Overclock as Ronin just looking to break the Rhine shield and just a nice space. Minute and 30 to go. Ronin and Fluff's the only ones left. And now Tree's gonna be making the swap over the Reinhardt, but a fire strike by Karki's gonna take Ronin, so Fluff's gonna have to back up here. Beat ready within noon, ready for N-Star. And now they'll be pushing up here, minute to go, but they'll be now taking space. But it looks like they'll decide to push Kark here. N-Star looking possibly for a chance to get up to the high ground. Let's see, ready with this barrage. Probably going to look for a flank, so are we going to see it? Not yet. As both teams walk forward, though they will be able to get it. As Karki's walking forward, Milk ends up getting caught by N-Star. Leap onto Karki's. And they will be able to take this second point, but they will only have a 2-minute time bank to pick. N-Star with another pick on the Cassidy. Battle of the Reinhardts going on. Good, honest Overwatch. But Frenzy is good for a couple. Team is ready. They're just waiting. Victor and Frenzy hold the high ground, waiting for a chance, and now Sniper's gonna run into with help. TP out, Frenzy remains really low HP. Karki's looking in the side room, but a barrage goes for naught as Ronin picks Z out of the sky. And Star with the noon, doesn't try to catch anything and will get slept. And now they're just gonna walk forward as we have a minute to go, and T4 is just going to be looking for a chance, but a shatter by Karki. Fortunately, not going to do too much, and a nano, unnecessary nano, as N-Star is going to be changing over to the Sojourn. Z over to the no, that's a Sam. For TPs, but a shatter! But a beat saves from the shatter. And Tree's gonna just end up dying. But a Kitsune Rush committed. And now it's just gonna be them walking forward, but no shield by Karki's and a Bob now blocked by Milk. Tree makes the swap over the ball. They will get rid of the Bob. But unfortunately, teams are gonna be scrapping it up, being very scrappy with it. And Karki's the fire cycle on the flop. But here on the Mantra, looking to just close it out. Off the vortex, gonna be walking forward, but an ammo field popped out. Ronin gets the better of the Sojourn duel and will have overclock as they pop it forward, looking for a pick with the help of Milk. And now they're just gonna. And they get. It looks like that push will die there. As Maximum Effort will take map 4 with a decent time bank and an denial of third. 4-0 Maximum Effort.
Play of the game.
Milk, I'd expect to get get the play as I get 2 with a melee. Finish off the low Reinhardt and get another melee. A 3-man melee and almost a 5th man. So close. So close, people. So close to that 5k. But Milk just doing it for the love of the game, bro. That's all he's doing it for. Just the love of the game. We love it. We love it. We love it. We love it. As we have waiting here on the last map, which will be push, I believe. Caster's opinions don't matter. Wow. I saw something earlier in my chat. Wow, wow, wow. Anyway. As we wait here for map 5. Runasapi here will be the final map pick. As we go, can we see Team 4 take a map? We shall see. It's maximum effort, looking to 5-0 this, and likely secure a spot into the next round. Anyway, Runasapi it is, as we go to now our last couple bands. We shall see what they decide to play with. Shall we? Also, I hope the audio and everything's been good today. I don't know, my camera work could use a little bit of work, I'm not gonna lie. I kind of don't like my camera work right now. I should work on getting a dual stream working though. That'd be really, really nice. As we wait here for the bands, I'm going to throw on a shirt. As it looks like the team's got their bans already, and so looks like maximum effort will ban the ball out for Runasapi, and then T4 will ban out the Tracer. So 2 very prominent dive characters.
Welcome to Runasapi.
As we wait here for teams to get set with their comps. Runasapi, probably in my opinion the best push map, but that's me. I don't know about everybody else, but in my opinion it's the best push map. I could be wrong on that opinion, or maybe I could be a very unpopular opinion, but I think Runasapi is pretty good. Wait, are the cars slightly off from each other? Are they symmetrical?
Ready for battle.
We get a Hog from Karkis. We get a Brig Zen Cass Echo. And we got the Queen Venture Soj Kiri Bap.
5,
I think I'm tired.
3,
I might end up taking a nap. Or I might grind comp after this. Who knows? We'll see.
objective unlocks
As teams
in
decide to
30
walk out
seconds.
on what they're running here. We'll have teams walking here as they'll be taking positions around. It looks like T4 is going to be walking up forward. Going to be wanting to take around the side flank. We'll pull in. We'll just have to use, take a breather to live. Unfortunately, that won't be long. Ronin with a quick pick. Make that 2. And now they'll just be running forward. Milk decides to swap over to the Echo, and that'll be a first fight win here for Maximum Effort as they begin to push the bot first. Any changes over? No clue. How much you want to bet, though? How much you want to bet 4J is crashing out right now? AKA Karkis. How much you want to bet he's crashing out? Who knows? Quick drop in from tree. We'll assassinate sniper, but they do remain low. But they'll sit on the health pack. They'll just sit here, be patient, wait for healing. Bakarki's waiting here in the side room, looking for a pickoff, but looking for a flank angle. But checkpoint is taken by Maximum Effort. Ronin's gonna slide out of there to try to create distance between him and the Hog. But unfortunately, it goes for naught as Karki just decides to run him down. Rampage decided to run. And it looks like they will continue winning fights. Fortunately, the bot is back near center, and so they'll have to walk it back near checkpoint, so it won't be walking too far. Steve makes the swap over to a Bastion. And Star gets picked out of the room, and will just get taken out. As Milk's just gonna keep walking forward. Just gonna be waiting here in the side room. Fluff's here, gonna be pushing cart. And now, 2 ults committed. To 1. Ronin here with the overclock, but Frenzy gets a double! Frenzy good for 2. Can they get more? Can we see more? No, it doesn't look like it, as Transcendence will be popped, and now they'll just be hooked getting killed. Flush trying to run away, but no, looks like they will be ran down by the Hog. Oh, but will they get finished off? That's the question. They will get finished off. And now it's a battle of the tanks. The tanks look to duel it out, but now with the help of Alpha, they will be able to kind of keep Tree at bay, but it doesn't look like the rest of Maximum Effort gets back, and Star pops the Deadeye, looking to create space. Unfortunately, that's all it's going to do is create some space. Frenzy good for another. 4 ults here, going to be ready here for Maximum Effort. Unfortunately, they're just going to keep walking the bot forward. I gotta decide on who I'm going to put. And now Milk will catch the Hog with a quick drill. I don't know. It just feels like a domination here from Maximum Effort. It doesn't look like Team T4 is going to be able to actually... Looks like they might end up getting full capped on this. As Enstar goes to the Freya. After that first map being super close, it looks like it's just been a downhill spiral for T4. But quick use of Zen and a hook will allow them to walk the block back to near center. But Tree is just walking in the back line, just causing as much chaos as possible. They're the only ones left on their team still going with it. As N-Star's gonna push, and Harkey's will pick out the kill. Battle here around the first checkpoint as Harkey's pops the whole hog. And it's gonna walk forward. Unfortunately, doesn't look like it's gonna get much other value as Tree makes a swap over to Malga. Bill pops the strong shot. And now Frenzy in the back line with a Kitsune rush. Both of them managing to assassinate and continue getting pinged.
Covering this position.
Coming through.
Now Malga running it on Hog.
How's it going?
Now, we're rounding this final corner as Fluff's gonna sit here on an off angle with a window. Gonna pop it forward, gonna focus the hog. Decides to play with the ult perk on the miner. Milk good for 2. And it looks like this will be a full cap here for maximum effort. Doesn't look like they'll be able to do too much more. Oh, Steve does get the artillery kill to finish it off, but unfortunately, looking at the stats, unfortunately, that will be a 5-0 here for maximum effort.
Play of the
Maximum effort decide they just wanted to dominate today, and they will have 10 points here going into week 3. Now, I'm gonna ping the captains to get them in here for a post-game interview, hopefully. Hopefully. Hopefully they'll hop in here with us. As we have Effort here now joining us. Hello, Effort. How you doing, my friend?
I'm doing really good. I just want to say first, in this tournament, I came in 10th pick every time. 10th pick, every round, 10th pick, 10th pick. I thought, from the moment of my draft, I might have been a little bit cooked compared to other teams. But honestly, they've pulled through and my team is amazing.
Yes. And hello to 4J. How are you doing, buddy? Tough loss.
My subs are off rolling on mute.
Yeah, it does kind of suck when you have to have your subs kind of off roll. It does suck, but at the end of the day, hopefully you guys have a bounce back. As I'd say, you guys are still one of the stronger teams here in this tourney. But to start out here, Effort, how did you feel about your team's performance generally?
I think they played really well today. I think, especially Frenzy, he's really out of his comfort zone today. He was playing characters he's never played before and adopted a whole new play style.
Yeah, I saw he played
which,
a lot of
benefits our
Baptiste
team.
and Kiriko. Was definitely more of what they decided to play. And you also played the double flex backline in Ana and Kiriko, which was fun to watch. 4J, obviously not the result you wanted. Obviously having subs come in. Have your subs come in and off-roll, not the best. But you guys kept it close on some of the maps. I don't think it was entirely a blowout like that first Oasis map. I think that could have gone easily your way. I think just with Effort here on the venture, with just deciding that they wanted to keep it going. But 4J, do you feel... how do you feel about your performance generally? Even with the subs coming in?
I'm happy with the first couple sub maps, but then just people started tilting and went downhill.
Yeah. I was wondering...
Like by map 5, we have just people on mute or not talking completely.
It was just kind of a crash out at that point. Yeah. That definitely was a tough match. But now that we're getting the last couple questions, and we have Ronan and Steve hopping in the channel with us. But Effort, for your team, who would you say is your team's MVP for this match? And feel free
Frenzy. As I said, he really went out of his comfort zone today, playing loads of new heroes. Heroes he doesn't even know what they do. He didn't even know what Bat Window was. He had to figure that one out. And his whole new playstyle that he's adopted, trying to help push out their backline, taking crazy off angles on Kiri, I think it was just game changing.
Very nice. And 4J, even with the 5-0 loss, do you have an MVP for your team? And again, you can feel free to be greedy and call yourself.
Yeah, it's probably.
You said yourself? Okay. But anyway, that was match 3 of week 2. We still have one more match to go on probably this Saturday evening. Hopefully when we have Cheekbone Diff and their first match of this tourney going up against Team 10. And Team 10 is not going to have the easy schedule, so hopefully teams can be playing it out. Possibly going to have ringers. We'll see. But that will be all for this casting stream. I want to thank you all very much for joining me and watching this out. Finish out with 11 people watching the stream. That's very nice. Anyway, but thank you all very much for watching. Click like, click subscribe. Follow me or Steve for more casting here on the Malicious Tourney, and we'll be here to see you next time. So, talk to you all later. Bye-bye now.